A new campaign by the Iranian cyber espionage group known as UNC1549 has raised concerns within the telecommunications sector. This group has successfully breached 34 devices across 11 telecom firms, using job offers on LinkedIn as bait. The attacks, reported on September 19, 2025, target companies in multiple countries, including Canada, France, the UAE, the UK, and the US. UNC1549, linked to Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, employs sophisticated tactics to infiltrate these organizations, posing as legitimate HR representatives to lure employees into downloading malicious software. In this video, we'll explore the methods used by UNC1549, the implications of their activities, and how organizations can protect themselves against such threats. If you found this update helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to InfoSec Now for the latest cybersecurity news. Your support really helps us continue building useful content for cybersecurity professionals. The timeline of the UNC1549 attack reveals a sophisticated approach to cyber espionage, with a series of calculated steps leading to the infiltration of telecom firms. The campaign began with extensive reconnaissance on LinkedIn, where UNC1549 operators meticulously identified key personnel within targeted organizations, focusing on roles such as researchers, developers, and IT administrators who possess elevated access to critical systems. Following this reconnaissance phase, the attackers employed spear phishing tactics to validate email addresses and gather additional information about potential targets. This groundwork enabled them to craft a convincing recruitment-themed attack, which involved creating fake HR profiles on LinkedIn. This strategy aimed to build rapport and credibility with targets before presenting them with non-existent job opportunities. Once a target expressed interest in a job offer, they were contacted via email to schedule an interview, which included a link to a fraudulent domain mimicking legitimate companies. This link led to the download of a zip file containing an executable designed to deploy the minibike malware. The execution of this malware initiated a series of malicious activities, including gathering system information and preparing for further payloads. The minibike backdoor is notable for its modularity, supporting 12 distinct commands that facilitate communication with command and control servers. Its sophisticated design enables it to blend in with legitimate cloud traffic, utilizing Azure services to avoid detection. Additionally, the malware employs advanced techniques such as DLL sideloading to execute its payloads, making it difficult for traditional security measures to identify and neutralize the threat. As the campaign progressed, the UNC1549 group demonstrated a clear objective: to establish long-term access to telecommunications networks while exfiltrating sensitive data. Their operations were characterized by a relentless pursuit of information that could be leveraged for strategic espionage, including emails, VPN configurations, and confidential files. The timeline also highlights the evolving nature of the threat landscape, as UNC1549's tactics have shown overlaps with other Iranian hacking groups, suggesting a broader network of cyber operations. This interconnectedness raises concerns about the potential for coordinated attacks against critical infrastructure across multiple sectors. As the situation unfolds, the implications of such cyber espionage campaigns continue to reverberate within the global telecommunications industry and beyond. The recent breach by UNC1549 has far-reaching consequences for the telecommunications sector, impacting not only individual companies but also the integrity of global communications infrastructure. As these attacks specifically target sensitive data, the potential for long-term damage increases significantly. The infiltration of telecom firms poses risks to national security, particularly given the critical role these companies play in facilitating communication for government agencies and defense organizations. The use of sophisticated techniques such as the minibike malware highlights a worrying trend in cyber espionage where attackers leverage advanced strategies to maintain persistent access to compromised networks. This capability enables adversaries to exfiltrate sensitive information over extended periods, raising alarms about the potential for state-sponsored actors to gain strategic advantages in geopolitical conflicts. Moreover, the focus on key personnel within these firms, especially those with elevated access, underscores the targeted nature of these operations. By employing social engineering tactics on professional networks like LinkedIn, attackers can effectively bypass traditional cybersecurity measures, exploiting human vulnerabilities rather than relying solely on technical exploits. This shift necessitates a re-evaluation of security protocols, emphasizing the importance of employee training and awareness to mitigate risks associated with social engineering. The implications extend beyond immediate data theft. The compromised data can be weaponized for future attacks, leading to a cycle of exploitation. For instance, stolen VPN configurations and email logs can facilitate further intrusions, potentially compromising other networks and systems connected to the telecom firms. This interconnectedness means that the fallout from such breaches can be widespread, affecting a multitude of stakeholders including customers, partners, and even competitors. In response, the telecommunications industry must adopt a more proactive stance on cybersecurity, investing in advanced threat detection and response capabilities. Collaboration between private sector firms, government agencies, and international partners will be crucial in developing a unified defense against these sophisticated cyber threats. Furthermore, ongoing intelligence sharing and incident response planning will be essential to promptly address vulnerabilities and thwart future attacks. Ultimately, the breach serves as a stark reminder of the vulnerabilities inherent in the telecommunications infrastructure, emphasizing the need for robust cybersecurity measures to protect sensitive data and maintain the trust of users worldwide. As the landscape of cyber threats continues to evolve, so too must the strategies employed by organizations to safeguard their networks against increasingly sophisticated adversaries. As the landscape of cyber threats evolves, the implications of the recent UNC1549 attacks extend far beyond immediate operational disruptions. The sophisticated methods employed by this group highlight a pressing need for enhanced security measures within the telecommunications sector. Given their focus on long-term access and strategic espionage, organizations must prioritize not only immediate incident response but also proactive threat hunting and resilience planning. One critical area for improvement lies in employee training and awareness. The use of social engineering tactics, particularly through professional networking platforms like LinkedIn, underscores the necessity for comprehensive training programs that educate employees on recognizing suspicious communications. Companies should simulate phishing attacks and provide ongoing education to reinforce awareness of potential threats. Moreover, organizations must adopt a multi-layered security approach. This includes implementing advanced endpoint detection and response (EDR) solutions that can identify and mitigate the deployment of sophisticated malware like Minibike. By leveraging behavioral analytics and anomaly detection, firms can enhance their ability to spot unusual activities indicative of a breach. Network segmentation is another vital strategy. By isolating critical systems and sensitive data, companies can reduce the attack surface and limit the lateral movement of threat actors within their networks. This containment strategy is particularly crucial in the telecommunications sector, where interconnected systems can pose significant risks if compromised. Additionally, organizations should enhance their incident response plans to include detailed protocols for addressing breaches involving advanced persistent threats, APTs. This includes establishing clear communication channels with law enforcement and cybersecurity firms, as well as engaging in threat intelligence sharing with industry peers to foster a collaborative defense posture. Lastly, companies must regularly review and update their security policies to adapt to the evolving threat landscape. Continuous monitoring of emerging threats and vulnerabilities, particularly those associated with state-sponsored actors, will be essential in maintaining a robust cybersecurity posture. By taking these steps, the telecommunications sector can better defend against the sophisticated tactics employed by groups like UNC1549 and safeguard sensitive data from future espionage efforts. If you found this update helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to InfoSec Now for the latest cybersecurity news. Your support really helps us continue building useful content for cybersecurity professionals.